Ahoy there, mateys, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend, tell a friend. Today is Housewife Friday, and on the docket or on the plank, we have The Real Housewives of Miami, Season 5, Episode 2, Rock the Boat. Oh my God, Jamal. I so
This was
sick of
good.
these bitches fighting.
This was good. I'm sorry, it was because Gertie's not playing this season.
But Alexia, like, just admit it. You didn't want Gertie to be your planner last year, but the production forced you to do it. Just admit it. Just admit it. You did not have the right personality blend to be planner and
For her.
bride.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no. For her, no. It doesn't work because you can even fill out the form that she asked you to so she can get an idea what you're
Thank you.
looking for. So she could source the vendors and source the locations. Like you couldn't even do that.
Right. So now she's gone with Melissa, her new event planner. They've gone back to the same yacht that they were originally trying to score before. But I'm gonna say this: she has basic decor. She has basic decor. Remember with Gertie, the reason why she lost the boat was because
Hmm.
they couldn't accommodate the extravaganza that she
Right.
to do. So now you got basic white flowers with some greenery all over the place, and you got basic tables and basic linen. So okay, girl, do
I
you?
mean, if you want, if Gertie was too much, like just say Gertie, like your style is a little bit too much for me, and that's completely fine because Gertie,
It
she does
wasn't
big.
that.
What do you think it was?
Alexia wanted that. Remember, this was before the mother died. She wanted balls to the walls. But when you go on when you choose an event space like a yacht, you can't pin into their walls. You can't do certain decor. Fire,
Right.
no, no. You know, there's certain restrictions on a boat, right? And
Yeah.
God only knows what kind of crap she wanted, how many people she wanted to invite. If the boat say only 100 people can fit on this vessel, it's
Right.
100. That's it. It's just limitations. So I'm both of them. I just don't think they were right for each other.
No. The working styles is they're too different. They're two on the opposite
Mm-hmm.
ends for it to work because Alexia wants
Mm-hmm.
things kind of go with the flow. Where Gertie's she seems very regimented. She needs to know details because she wants to hammer everything out. She's not a last minute person. And Alexia seems to be a last minute person. Like she's the type of person who'll tell you the day before the wedding, like, "Oh my god, like I just realized that my shoes don't match the dress. So can you go run out and find me the correct shade of pink?" No.
Yeah, nobody has time for that. But Melissa seemed casual, and Melissa was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, well everything's going up, and you get ready. We'll see you up there in a few."
Yeah. She was just like, okay, we good over here.
um, let's see. What do we see? Um, we open with Lisa and Larsa still fighting. Somewhere I don't know. Marisol is getting fat shots. Gertie is doing her event planning zhuzh. We see Nicole and Anthony. Oh my God, this scene opened the show for me. They're sitting down and they're eating, and he's asking her about Larsa's new beginnings party, and she goes, "Well, how would I know? We was in St. Bart's partying it up, boo. So I don't know." And Anthony says, by the way, regarding Larsa, keep her away from our boat captain or some captain he has because he just got engaged and he's a nice young kid. Nicole had to cover her face while laughing. See,
It
Anthony,
was
I like
hilarious.
you. I
No, but
like Anthony.
no, you're leaving out the other part though. When he asked like, how was her apartment warming? I'm like, you know what? Stop. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Now he was wrong for that.
Well, it's not his eight. No, that was Lisa that got the $80 million property. How much is it? 40 million, right? 40.
Hers
Didn't
is
they say it was
80.
40?
80.
Lisa's is 80, but his was
Right.
40, right?
His
Last
is
season,
40.
that's what
Yeah,
they put up.
it's 40.
Okay. Well, he got about another 40 million in cars in there. So it's
Like, that's
about
what I was about to
even.
say. It's about even.
It's about
Assets is about even.
even. We see Alexia taking Frankie down to the yacht. Frankie's so cute. Was he hitting on Melissa?
No, it was the other girl, Laura.
Laura? Oh wait,
Yeah.
she was the baker, right?
Yes, the one in the blue dress. Yes,
Then he was smart. He was smart. Go for the lady with the sweets.
because she can cook. At least bake. At least you're not gonna starve for her in the house.
Exactly. Um, let's see. Again, Alexia is just creating drama by trying to pit Melissa against Gertie's event management style. I don't think Melissa cares as long as the check clears, and Gertie
Correct.
is beginning to take offense.
Is because you can't play with Gertie about her family and her business. You're not gonna do that to her.
That part.
And I
Mm-hmm.
can't wait. I can't wait till you get to the part of when it's who is it? It's oh, who is it? It's Lisa, Gertie, and Alexia. I want to get to that part. 'Cause that part to me
Mm-hmm.
was very telling. At least
Hi,
from
Mimi.
Alexia's end. At least from
Welcome,
Alexia's
Mimi.
end.
From Alexia's end? Okay.
Yes.
But let's just take a peek at Julia. We
Right.
have some updates on her. She sold her old farm and she has a new farm. It's 2.6 acres. It's 3 times bigger than her last farm. She has a farmhouse with 2,200 square feet. She has about 300 chickens and about 100 goats that keep breeding. Um, when she said all of that, I said that place must stink because chicken shit and goat shit stinks.
Yeah, it's not pleasant. Oh, and when I was looking, is it bad of me to be looking at her property? Like, this is worth quite a bit of money. You setting
It
yourself up. Good
is.
job, girl.
It
Oh, good
is.
job.
It
But I was
she
looking at it like, oof,
and she's trying to get it to make money because she got the chickens
right,
laying eggs. She says
right.
she sells 50 to 60 dozen eggs a week, and those are probably cage free. And you saw
Yep.
some of them were blue, so those she got some specialty chickens in there. She getting good money for those at the farmers market. um
That's
she
what I was
sells
saying.
she sells avocados and guava, great crops down here. I know she was concerned saying that it's not making money right now. Hold on, girl. It will.
It
It
will.
will. You got 2.6 acres and you got healthy livestock and crops that are good for the region that you're in. Give it time. That's a good investment.
That's what she when
Um
she said when she said it was a working farm. That perked my ears up. I'm like, okay, this makes sense now. I'm
mhm.
like, cause, and for a part of me thought she was being a farmer for just like have something to do. And when she said it was a working farm, I'm like, hold up, this is what we're talking about over here. Don't sleep on
Mhm.
Julia, y'all. Don't sleep on her.
Yep. But she does mention that she's an empty nester now. Um but she's hinting at problems between her and Martina because Martina feels that she spends too much time at the farm, but yet Martina is traveling more than ever for her second career, which is, I guess, is commentating or
Yes.
commentary
Mm-hmm.
for tennis. Next we see Lisa and Gertie meeting up for drinks. This is the scene that you wanted to talk about, and where
Yes.
Larsa
And
joins them. Mm-hmm.
the thing with this was telling for me
Mm-hmm.
because Alexia wanted to make it seem like, oh, now that you're in vogue, you don't have like you think you're better. You think you're better. I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
See, that reeks of jealousy to me. And I'm gonna say it
Mm-hmm.
like this. you're just mad because the magazine that you guys had never it could never come close to Vogue, and your friend like was featured in Vogue. So that just reeks of jealousy, in my opinion. And to me, that's not a
Mhm.
friend because when my friends do well in their careers, I'm like, I want them to do well. I'm like, I'm the first one. Like, congratulations, fantastic work. You deserve this. Like, uh, you could just tell Alexia never even congratulated her.
But
You could
you
just
know
tell that.
what? Another thought occurred to me when I saw that scene. I think Alexia was pissed because in the back of her head, she was like, that should have been my wedding that was in Vogue that you did.
Okay.
And that could be part
Ooh.
of the jealousy thing. She's
Okay.
pissed. She got gypped.
I
But
didn't think of it from that angle.
I don't even think Gertie would have wasted um her Vogue shot on Alexia's wedding.
I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one because when it's in Vogue, it needs to be like the top of the top, and probably
Top of the
some
top, but
celebrity.
also something that is appealing to all audiences, or at least the money audiences.
Right.
So it has to be neutral, but dripping in money.
No, for sure. I did not think of it from that angle. That's a very good point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
See, I go petty.
Wow.
I
I
go
mean, but here's the
petty.
thing though. Could you imagine if they planned to have Alexia's wedding in Vogue, right? And then tragedy strikes, which it did, and they had to cancel and scrap and redo everything. Could you imagine that?
Um,
I'm just saying.
I think Gertie was probably telling her she's getting this opportunity and she needs this fabulous wedding. So I think maybe Alexia in her head thought that she might have been that fabulous wedding, but
Okay.
then it started derailing, and that thought went to the back of her head as her year got worse and worse and worse. But I
Okay.
think in Gertie's head, I already know which wedding I'm going to do, and it's
Right.
not yours. But I'm just telling
Right.
you that I'm going to be in Vogue just so that you know that I'm that bitch, but not with you.
Right. And how did you take it when so
Mhm.
I like Gertie straight to the point. She's like, you hurt my feelings.
Uh-huh.
And so, watching that scene play out, Alexia just couldn't say she was sorry. And to me, when a friend that I value, let me preface that, when a friend that I value comes to me and say, hey, you hurt my feelings. Now, I'm going to say it like this. I am this blunt.
Mhm.
If I meant to hurt your feelings, I'm not apologizing. I'm going to tell you I meant to hurt your feelings. I'm not apologizing. But
Mhm.
if I didn't need to hurt your feelings, I'm going to apologize straight away and say, like, you know what, that was not my intent. I sincerely apologize. Alexia didn't
Mhm.
do none of that. She was up there trying to take up a Marisol, and when it wasn't a Gertie versus Marisol situation, it's the fact that you were trying to compare two like vastly different events. And Gertie in the confessional just laid her flat. And I was like, you know what, Gertie, you better come through and let her know who you are. She's like, all Marisol did was put some napkin or some art on the table.
Mhm.
She's like, I took this empty space and built that. That's called production. Thank you. I'm like, yeah, sometimes you gotta let the people
You
know.
you also have to understand Alexia doesn't consider herself friends with Gertie. That is a service provider for her.
Okay.
So why do you apologize to the help?
I mean, the way she, but I'm going back to last season, putting them together.
Mhm.
She's a, they are, they're friends. She said, "This is my friend Gertie." Yada yada yada. I'm like, okay, y'all friend.
For the show, the only person that Alexia considers a friend on that show is Marisol because they're Cubans. She ain't no
Got
friends
you.
with Gertie. Gertie is the help. And that's why she don't feel no way with how she talked to Gertie or about Gertie.
That's fair.
I don't think they're friends. I really don't. Not like how she's friends with Marisol.
Oh yeah, of course not.
Um, but
That's
she
20 years
has
right there.
decades of friendship with her.
Right.
But even so, mm-mm. Yeah, I don't see her defending Gertie in any capacity, like how she'll defend anyone else. Period.
No,
Point
I got
blank.
you.
Mm-mm. And
But
I
I
agree
guess I'm
with you, though. I agree with you, though. She did intend to hurt her. That's why she's not remorseful for it.
right. And my whole thing is, how can I put this? If you would think if someone is good enough to plan your wedding, right? Like something so
Mm-hmm.
intimate, so important, you would think you would hold them in higher regard. So that's like when we put that together with what you're saying, like they're not real friends, yada yada yada. I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. That makes sense now.
Listen, they told Alexia, we'll chip into your event, this production, if you have Gertie be the event planner. It's a win-win for the whole cast and it gives everybody a storyline. And she begrudgingly did it because she was going to get probably a bonus couple $1,000 going towards the event from production.
Hmm.
That's what that was.
But do you think there's some jealousy there because that Gertie's blown up? Because for her to mention that, I was like I said earlier, you come out
Because
real jealous.
Alexia wanted to come back this season and say, you owe all your success to me, bitch. Me and my wedding.
Okay, but she doesn't
You'd be
have that now. Okay,
nothing without me.
I got you. Okay, I just want to make sure if I'm like seeing this the proper way because I'm like, that's just an odd thing to say.
Hmm.
But see, I'm also basing this
Let's
off of
see.
an interview that I saw. I saw a snippet of an
What
interview she did with
interview?
someone. It was a clip on Twitter to where she's letting them know like that Gertie and Nicole have let fame go to their head and they're coming for her. I'm
Nobody
paraphrasing,
cares
but that's
about
what it was.
Alexia like that.
I didn't think so, but hey.
Trying to be relevant. Trying to be relevant. I mean, what is she doing other than Manny's and Petty's right now? I'll wait. She's not the same Alexia as she was in the first incarnation where she had that magazine publishing that
Mm-hmm.
she was doing with Herman. She not the same Alexia she was back then.
No.
Okay. So these women have real businesses. One is educated. Educated. So, okay. And as much as I tease Anthony about getting, investigated, he educated too. And good
Right.
educated because he could get me out of jail. Or know somebody who can get me out of jail. I'm just saying, like Alexia's insecurities and jealousies and pettiness really
Um,
do simmer near her skin. They really do. Like I've never liked her. Ever. But okay, girl, you go ahead. Thank God Todd likes you. Um, at the same time, we see Larsa and Kiki and Lisa getting together. Wait, no. It's
no.
Larsa and Kiki, right?
Kiki. Right.
Okay, so they talking about Lisa. And Lisa unfollowed Kiki on Instagram because of this whole stupid argument about the OnlyFans joke.
And I have to say
And
this. I've had to say this. I finally come over more into your way of thinking about Larsa.
uh-huh.
I don't like her. She's very unlikable. I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt and what she was going through, yeah, yeah. But no, I don't like you because of the way she's acting. She's being ridiculous, and I'm Disappointed in Lisa, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll wait to get to that.
Well, Lisa got a lot going on.
She does, but when she like where they meet up, Larsa and Kiki talk about the situation again. She feel Larsa feels that you know, Lisa's not being a good friend by talking about her building. Like she's worked hard for that. Okay, you posted a picture of your feet on OnlyFans. That's super hard work. Got it. You started your jewelry line, and that's another thing I don't like Larsa is because she focuses on the OnlyFans. She doesn't talk about her business. And like, if you want to be taken seriously, you need to quit the OnlyFans bullshit. Talk about your business. If you don't own your jewelry line, fine, you don't own it. If you're just a brand ambassador, fine, or whatever. But get off the OnlyFans thing. If you don't want people to keep talking about your OnlyFans, then you start talking about your OnlyFans. You sound dumb at this point. Annoying. Kiki, disappointed in you. Not that you're trying to get your mojito. I understand. You're trying to get your mojito. I ain't mad at you. But quit being under Larsa to like you feel like you need to run back and tell her stuff. Y'all just met like 6 months ago. Like
She'll
you should
learn
not
when Larsa turns on her.
exactly, and that's my thing. That y'all are not close enough to where you should feel like you need to run this back to Larsa. You make no sense. You look thirsty and you look real bad. And that's why I
Mm-hmm.
like Kiki. I really do like her, but in that instance, I don't like it because you're showing your thirst level.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It I guess Nicole told her what the process is, how to get that mojito, right? And I guess this was the easiest path for her. Okay. Nicole has lunch with her mom, and we see little Grayson again. And her mom told her that she is difficult and that she is mean to her and that she needs to repair her relationship with her father. And sometimes you just got to accept people for who and what they are and deal
Well,
with it. And a lot
mm,
of times I be leaving your house in tears because you so mean.
that's a you problem. But okay, here's what I'm gonna say to that. I've had people tell me that in my life that I need to accept people for who they are. I'm like, no, I don't. I said, if I choose to have you a part of my close circle, then yes, but I don't have to accept anyone in their faults. And that kind of attitude I don't like, and here's why. Trigger warning for people. When you say that, it makes me think about people who are in abusive relationships, but they say that they still love the person and want to work it out. Would you tell that person then, well, you know what? If you love them, you need to just understand that's just how they are. Excuse you? No, get out of here with that. And her mama really annoyed me in that whole scene. I was so pissed. Like you do not. Nicole feels some sort of way because of how she grew up and how you were treated as well.
Mhm.
And when you are a product of a broken home and your mother raises you in struggles, that child is going to resent the person who hurt them, even if it wasn't what's your hurt. The kid takes that on too. So the fact that just because you have moved past and are talking to him every day for some reason, I have no clue. I have questions about that too. Um, hmm. Don't try to force that upon your child, because when you do that, you're not acknowledging your child's hurt. So her mama made me mad with that. And if you walking away crying because of Nicole's being direct, that's a you problem. That's a you problem. And I tell people all the time, like, look, I said, this is who I am as a person. I'm extremely direct. It comes off harsh, and I may not be the best friend for you. And at that point, it's up to you to make that choice. So Nicole is very direct, and I appreciate that about her. But I don't think Nicole is mean. I think Nicole has decades of frustration built up. She is still mad from her childhood, and I think what it is, what Nicole is not saying, at least on camera, is that
Mhm.
she partially blames her mother in some for something,
Mhm.
because if you, go ahead.
I think the blame part or the lack of understanding is the mother's continued relationship with the father now and their close bond of talking every day. But I think what cut Nicole the most, and it was an eye-opening moment, was when the mom told her, "You are just like him. You're just like your dad, and you have no filter." And I don't think she realized it. And that's probably why her
Hmm.
and the dad can't get along.
Hmm.
Not that she's an alcoholic or anything like the
Right.
dad, but they have similar ways of communicating. He call a spade and she right back at him same way. And
Right.
they
You don't
not like
clash.
shedding
You don't
yeah,
do
they're not
this.
shedding a
You don't.
tear over it,
No.
and they're like two bulls.
Well, mama's sensitive and she just can't handle it.
Well, I mean, she took it from the daddy. You might as well take it from Nicole. Just saying.
I could just see Nicole. I could see Nicole like speaking the way she talks, and her
Hmm.
mother being sensitive. Like her mom just boo. I could see her mama boohooing Vaughn Snide as she going down the that $15,000 driveway, crying, messing up their good asphalt. But anyway, I mean that's a you thing. Sorry, it's a you thing.
Oh my god. We see Gertie doing a photo shoot um in a bikini, and Larsa comes over there to give her a pep talk. I don't know. Girl, show
It was
off your
just a scene for
business, not
Larsa.
your booty.
Right, that's just a scene for Larsa to have more screen
Hmm.
time.
We see it's the wedding day. Gertie makes it in time because she was booked and busy, had another event. And another thing I didn't like about Alexia, the boat leaves at 8. Oh, well.
Hmm.
But Gertie's a boss. Gertie overstaffed her event and had her top people in charge so that she could skip out and meet her other contractual demands by being on this heifer's boat for her reception. Um, and I guess this is where I mean, we see a bunch of stuff, but basically, it was where Lisa pulls Larsa to the side to try and sort out what happened at the New Beginnings party.
Hmm.
Lisa was expecting an apology from the wrong
Stupid.
person, and Lars is just telling her, "Yeah, I'm Petty. That's my new name, Petty Pippin. And you come at me, I'm gonna come at you. You come from my house, I'm gonna come for yours." But Larsa had a point. Larsa brought up a mortgage. I'm not sure why this was so sensitive to Lisa, but
She
Larsa was like, "It's public knowledge. You have a mortgage. There's nothing wrong with that." But Lisa even called Lenny to talk about this.
See, this is where I was disappointed in Lisa because she just showed her insecurity. I'm sorry, Lisa. Let me talk to you, Lisa. I want to talk directly to you on this one, baby. You out here looking real good now, and you live on the in the $80 million house on Star Island, and you worried about a woman who just quote unquote bought a penthouse. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be worried about that. As soon as she said you have a mortgage, I'm like, yes, a mortgage on 80 million. Next, next,
Mm-hmm.
and this, but
I
this is
don't
also
know.
Lisa's fault. This is also Lisa's fault because I said this last season. Quit downplaying yourself. When Lisa, when Larsa said like, "Oh, what do you do?" Duh, duh, duh. I'm like, "Man, I own this, at least half this mess spot over here. See, that's called ownership. I own that. Don't play me."
Mm-hmm.
But see, Lisa doesn't let these girls know who she is. She downplays herself, and that's to her detriment on this show. Sometimes you like girl, you have to let Alexia know. Like sometimes you just gotta let the people know who you are.
But look at this. I was so glad that I got this image. Lisa is stressed. Look at her bald fist. Not being
Yeah.
blinded by the diamonds or anything and the Bulgari snake watch, but
Mhm.
she is stressed. This was at the beginning of their conversation. She was
Right.
stressed. And Lars is just sitting there like, and what?
But
you
see, that's the
know?
difference, though. That's the difference, though. Lisa, I think she kind of thought that she was kind of through the rough part of her marriage, but there's still issues there, and she knows what's going on with Lenny. Let's call a thing a thing. I mean, baby, women no,
Well,
women.
there have been
I,
issues from the
I've
first
been
incarnation.
right.
There have been issues.
I've always said this. Women know when a man is cheating. Some will turn a blind eye. Some just don't care. Some get mad. Lisa's one of those who gets mad. Uh, Maybe I'm dumb in the situation, but when your prenup is allegedly only 1.9 million, you need to just stay, let him fund the girlfriend for maybe like a year or two. Just make sure she's not living better than you, but she won't because you win 80 million. And then for the next 2 years, you siphon off money from Lenny and get
She
you a
should have been
stash
doing
together.
that from day A. From
Debbie, be
day
honest.
A.
We
But
know that.
she
You
been
know
but
that.
she been building up a closet and
Mhm.
doing the booger sugar. She and Lenny.
I'm just saying she played this all wrong because she should have, like you
Mhm.
said, from day one should have been money. But once you understand that he's actively engaging with another woman, you need to make sure that you set yourself up for future endeavors. And basically, I blame her for playing this wrong. Is what I'm saying.
Oblavi says this show is disrespectful. Why? Why is this show disrespectful, ma'am? Between the goats and I don't know, the yachts, I think it's pretty good. I like it. No one's disrespected me yet. Oh Lord. But yeah, they just go off on each other on this. Like I said, at one point in between the arguing, like they're arguing at this woman's reception, which I thought was disrespectful. But she's calling Lenny saying, Larsa's saying that we have a mortgage on the house, and he's like, we don't have a mortgage on the house, and she's like, put her on a plank. Where is the plank? Like Lisa was behaving like she was on something. It was just such an overreaction for me. I think Gertie said it. What's going on? What's happening here? You
Right.
know? Then we flash to
2 weeks
two
later,
weeks
right?
later, and we see Lisa on the phone arguing with, I guess, Lenny, saying, she doesn't want him to bring that girl around her kids. Dum 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 dum.
Well, I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna say that the girlfriend's probably met your kids already.
Of course, and slept in your bed and wiped, all sorts of fluids all over the place. Tried on all your clothes, called you fat, even took your Birkins out for a spin. Hello.
Right. I'm just like I said, like she played it wrong. Like I blame Lisa on this one. You gotta understand like who you marry, and then you always like when you marry up, you always start a rainy day fund. Always,
Hmm.
especially with the prenup of 1.9. That tells you right then and there. Yeah, she is. I'd be mad too, Bobby.
Right, but that's when I would start selling my closet. But you heard what happened down here recently, right?
About
Okay,
who?
so the court ordered that she had strict parameters of how much she could spend on the Amex, and the court order started on, like, say, the 10th, and
Uh-huh.
that is what she could spend for temporary spousal support.
Support.
She went the day before that order kicked in and racked up $200,000 on the Amex card.
She ran up how much?
$200,000.
God, Lisa.
She took a simple shopping trip down to Neiman's, hit Louis Vuitton. And so when Lenny took it to court and said she went the day before and did all this, like, you got to do something. And she sat there, she said, okay, I'll take the bag back to Louis Vuitton.
She is a straight fool. She is so foolish for that. I
I
wouldn't take
had
that
to
man.
laugh. I had to laugh. Like that shit is funny.
I
That is
wouldn't take
what
it
they're
back.
doing down here.
I wouldn't take it back. I'd be like, this has nothing to do with this. The order came out today. This is before today, so therefore, get over it.
Mm-mm. Oh, Nicole's mom want that dad back. Yeah, but she
See,
aged out about 2 decades ago. Actually, three
right?
decades ago.
Yeah, he
Mm,
dated 21-year-olds.
mm-hmm. Lisa wears a lot of DH gate. I don't know what that is. Oh wait, did you see on TMZ that Jen Shaw got busted for a bunch of counterfeit luxury brands?
Yeah, I saw that. People were laughing on Instagram about it.
That's so sad.
And Twitter was like, wait. Somebody in the Twitter thread said, wait. It's like she was scamming to buy fakes. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, you know what? Stop it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And yes, Ablavi, Lisa is dumb. I bet she
yes, we
don't even own
agree.
that spa.
I, it was that was in an article that came out. It was in a couple of articles that she owns and operates that med spa. So I'm gonna give her the med spa. I'm gonna give her the med spa, but she played this all wrong. Like she was set up perfectly to live a very lavish lifestyle without any, and she dropped the ball. I'm very disappointed in her non-machinations of the coins.
Yeah.
And my thing, how you friends with Leah Black and Leah didn't tell you nothing. I'm mad at Leah about that too. We gonna roast her when she comes on because she's
Leah
supposed to
was
tell Lisa.
focusing on Adriana. One mess
Okay,
at a
fair,
time. One mess
fair.
at a
Okay,
time. Leah
all
is
right,
not a spring chicken, and Adriana was a problem.
okay. So I was getting mad at Leah. Like, how you gonna tell your friend how to do this?
Well, who's to say that she wasn't counseling Lisa, but Lisa was like, I love Lenny and Lenny loves me, and we're one big happy family with a knick-knack paddywhack.
Fair,
You can counsel someone, that don't mean that they got to listen.
true.
And that's how Lisa comes across.
Yeah, she strikes me as hard headed.
Wait, and now sleeping with two broke men? Who's that? And Larsa needs to humble herself because her money ain't as long as it should have been. Well, bad
Okay, who?
investments.
Okay, hold on. Let me. I just looked this up. Lisa was
Mhm.
on a romantic date in New York. Hold on. Who was this person? Sorry.
Mm-mm-mm.
And what's his net worth? Let me look at the net worth first.
Oh,
He's an
Lisa needs to
entrepreneur.
humble herself. Okay, okay.
Okay.
So who is he? Is he cute? Is he young?
He's young. He looks young. Hold on. I mean, he's he looks he's now I've seen the photo. He's to me he's age appropriate, and he's the
Mm.
CEO of a. Okay. He looks okay. He has to be coined because Lisa can't afford to be with nobody broke. Sorry, that's just the truth. She's used to a certain lifestyle, and so there he goes.
Who is he?
He's an entrepreneur in the tech space. Where is president and CEO of Intro Hive, Forbes Council? He's Intro Hive, fastest growing B2B relationship intelligence service. Matchmaker?
Hmm. Interesting.
Okay, wait, so he raised 127. Okay, if you can raise $127 million in funding, you're successful. Okay. So he's coined. That's all we care about, actually.
Okay.
Because see, I
Um.
like Lisa. I like Lisa. She just played this wrong.
Oh Lord. Blobby thinks it'll be hard for Lisa because she's too old to be this dumb. Agreed.
Well, yeah, well,
Especially
you're
with the
not wrong.
friends that you have.
Correct.
Lisa's the type to be with a crypto guy. Well, as long as he, still has money at this point. Uh, oh, yeah, but I don't think she needs lessons from Alexia because Alexia's first husband was a drug runner. The second husband was undercover, and this one, we'll
We don't know
see.
yet.
We'll see. Anywho, y'all, this was the episode. The Real Housewives of Miami, season 5, episode 2, Rock the Boat. It was a good one. I think it's gearing up to be even better. Um, Next week, we will catch up to all of the episodes that have been released on Peacock and bring you up to speed then. And why is Kiki not a housewife, but is C more than Gertie? Because she trying to become a housewife.
Right.
They're giving her lessons. We'll see. There's always another season. All right, so join us at the top of the hour where we will be covering parts 1 and 2 of The Real Housewives of Durban, season 1 reunion. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. So, Jamal, any final thoughts on Miami?
No, so far so good.
Mm-hmm. Starting off with a bang. All right, y'all. Until next time.
Yep.
Bye.